In this video, I talk about what I've learned in the first week of trying to reshape my habits. The results were astounding. About a week ago, I said that I would work on these 5 specific habits. If you recall, I said I would do 8,000 steps daily, do no FAP, read 1 book weekly, meditate 10 minutes daily, and have a gratitude journal. I just have to make one correction first off, which is that when I said no FAP, what I really meant was semen retention, just to correct myself, simply because this seems like the terminology is kind of off there. No FAP means something and semen retention means something else. Alright, so how did I do, and let's look at what's going on. So what were the results like? What I will have to say is it wasn't perfect. I struggled on some of them, but I did really well. I'm really proud of myself. And so let's get into it. So what I do have to say is, for the most part, I did really well. But in specific ones, I did not do well, and I learned a lot because of that. On top of which, some interesting things happened that it was just kind of in the back of my mind, and it just started to manifest on its own. What is that? Let's get into it. So first off, I have my whole, the 8,000 steps. That's the first one. I did not do super good on that. I'm going to be honest with you. 8,000 steps daily. I averaged, I'll just say it this way. I have maybe a few days where I did 8,000 steps, some days where I did 7,000, some days where I did 6 to 5, and I had one day where I did 2,000 and another day with 4,000. So it wasn't the greatest, but I'm really proud of myself for keeping on track to maintain the habits and to keep on improving them. Next off, what I really was surprised by was the reading a book daily. That one was the biggest learning experience ever, and I'm really excited to share that with you. So the reading 1 book weekly part, I failed. I read maybe 10 pages on the first day, and I couldn't continue the habit for one specific reason, and that was a great reveal to me, to who I am and how I've been shaped and have been shaping myself throughout my life, and it's been so eye-opening, and this is what I have to share. First off, I've been using video to learn for so long that I'm super used to video, and I realized watching myself, I'm watching videos all the time to learn more than books. The reason why I had such a bad habit with books, again, as I mentioned in an earlier video, I really like to get excited over whatever knowledge a book can have, and I'll just go grab it, but it might sit there and collect dust. Not to mention, their books are recommended like candy by every influencer you can find, right? So that's another issue that I had. So what else did I realize? So though I failed this one really hard, these 2 habits just snuck their way in, and I've been hammering those ones, and I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so happy. These were not even intended. They just snuck their way in. They're like, hey, you've been wanting to do these too, just do these while you're at it. Why not, right? So this other one is go to sleep early and wake up at 6 a.m. And I've been hammered, man, last 4 or 5 days, I've been killing that one. I'm so proud of myself. It's just such a rewarding feeling. Every day I wake up and I win that one. It's so amazing. I can't believe how that even happened. It just came right in. It's yeah, let's just do this one. So I'm super proud of myself for that one. Another one that just snuck in, I've been planning to do it for a long time, and I go on and off, but again, as I have a difficult household situation, sometimes you're not mentally there, and then you just eat whatever, right? But for this week, there was pizza brought to the house, and I said no to it. So yeah, the next one is just saying, I'll just put avoid / cut out junk food, which is great. Eventually I plan to just not eat takeout at all. I just, if you've ever felt optimal health, you feel so great, you just don't want to eat takeout anymore. It doesn't even make sense anymore because you just feel so great, right? Now the other thing is, with these, today I woke up, one thing I will say is I felt like a badass. I'm not gonna lie, man. It feels like I'm changing my entire persona, my entire life. It's completely different from 1 week ago. Like, it's so exciting. It's so much fun to do this. You have no idea. Right, so moving on. The next one is, again, like I said, I meant to put semen retention, not nofap, because on nofap you can still do it with like your partner. But basically, when I said that, I meant straight up just hold that in, right? And so since last week, 100%, I've crushed that one, no problem. Again, like I said, guys, I did it for 115 days last year. Man, this one's gonna be a cakewalk. Like, it's been a week. Like, in another 10 days or so, I'm not even gonna be bothered. I already know, like, once you get past the 2 weeks part, not to mention a lot of people have shared it online. It's really easy after 14 to 21 days. For me, after 15 to 20 days, it's like super easy. 15 days, no problem. So that one, I crushed that one. I'm really proud of myself. Feels amazing to have all this extra energy. You can probably tell just from like watching my previous videos, you're like, oh, this guy's like on fire now, right? So the next one, which I know I had some issues with, it's a little on and off, but the main thing to remember, guys, is I ended up doing them to a certain level of capacity. The ones I didn't like get to 100% at, some I did to 100%, some not so much. The most important thing is that my brain's being wired to like work the habit, and it's being familiarized with those neural pathways so that I can actually like do them automatically as a habit, habitually throughout the day, right? So one of them was, the other one is meditate 10 minutes daily. This one I pulled off some days. I might have, like, if I'm really honest, maybe like last several days, probably like 3 days I pulled it off. Feels really great. I'll have like some sessions where I might do it for 3 to 5 minutes and then like that's it. But honestly, like, again, I'm getting into the habit of doing it and it's on my mind to do it. So I'm not super worried about it. The first week I'll give myself a little bit of slack, not to mention how well it's going with all these other ones. So the final one, which is gratitude journal. The gratitude journal I filled out maybe for like, again, it's very similar to the meditation, maybe like 3 or 4 days. Like I skipped maybe a day or two, I'll be honest with you. So that one wasn't like to full completion either, like wasn't realized fully, but again, I'm not mad at myself. I learned a ton about myself and I'm really excited about that. So like one big lesson I'll share is like, if you want to develop a habit, it's best not to try to go from 0 to 100 like immediately. Like, let's say you want to do something big, right? Better to start building small chunks of that full habit first, right? Like, for example, me reading the book a week, that's 55 pages a day for that specific book, which is 380 plus pages. Instead, maybe you just need to get into the habit of reading books or reading a few pages a day, and then increasing the amount of pages, right? So that's what I realized. The amount of scientific papers I read is like crazy. The amount of scientific papers I found too was phenomenal, and I'm excited to share that with you guys in the future. So yeah, like if you're gonna be reading a book a week, maybe just get into the habit of reading 10 pages, 15 pages a day first. Slowly increase that until it's like enough pages that you'll get away with it, get away with reading the entire book in a week. So you can build that habit in your mind, right? And then sky's the limit. Maybe you read an entire book in a day or like 100 pages a day. Whatever the case may be. I don't know how true it is, but apparently Warren Buffett reaches like 500 to 800 pages a day. I don't know, like that's what I've heard. Maybe it's true, maybe I don't know. But you know, like knowing him, he's had a long time to develop a habit like that. So I wouldn't be surprised, right? So anyhow, guys, if you're struggling with any habits, please leave a comment below and let me know how that's working out for you. And I will see you guys on the next one, all right? Have a great day.